the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Richardson to the air on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Downs going in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Foyesade and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
McManus now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis off. I feel like to pull off.
Yeah, now they've got to move much time.
Richardson to throw again after the pick six. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Play action. Now Richardson. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's fourth down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. ETN up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Lawrence will throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On 1st down, Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll try and set up the quarterback draw here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis on run as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Now McManus for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Richardson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Richardson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Taylor. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Lawrence running right on the option. that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Lawrence going to keep it again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A give to Etienne running right. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Another tote for Etienne. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Hoover. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, at some point, these defenders absolutely have to say, we've just got to make a stand. We've had enough of this.
Given up a lot of points in this game, but looked better on that play. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lawrence. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead. From the 34, Lawrence running right on the option. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
In motion right is Ridley. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now Lawrence to throw on second down. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Hey, Ron. Hey, attention. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 45.
Etienne, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that play's not going to go in their highlight reel at the end of the season, but the only benefit to the offense, maybe a little more space if they want to throw the football now after taking that loss.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. One more time with Etienne. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always goes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Richardson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Second down and 3. Operating from the gun. Richardson connecting over the middle with Downs. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.